What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Bubs, and this is Bubs 2 Cents. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill and the brand Jean Lowe Vibe by Maison Alhambra. And we're going to find out, is this a dupe or a don't? Let's find out. But before we do, go ahead and hit that little emblem in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. And please subscribe to my channel. Really helps me out. It's free for you to do it. And also comment on the video and let me know, do you think that there's better dupes out there? Do you think there's a better cloned or inspired by of Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill? Let me know. I'd love to check them out. Thanks. All right, guys. So here we are looking at Jean Lowe Vibe versus Pacific Chill by Louis Vuitton. Now, as we know in my video on ranking my Louis Vuitton fragrances, well, it is not my most worn. It has to be one of the best. Oh my gosh, scents there is. I don't know. It was my first ever purchase from Louis Vuitton, and for good reason. I mean, the smell is amazing. Performance, could be better. But you know what? It's not horrible. It'll get you where you want to be. Quick occasions, going out with some friends on, a little lunch, or you're going to a little day party somewhere. This does that trick. It is amazing. Mojito, fig, apricot. It's just it's a beautifully crafted fragrance, in my opinion. Some people might not like this. Don't know who those people are because this is amazing. But with that being said, a lot of people are doing inspired by versions. Why? Because Louis Vuitton, well, it does smell great, carries a Louis Vuitton price tag. Just like their bags, just like everything else, you're going to pay for the L and the V. That's just the way it is. We understand it. I personally understand it. I went and got it. Maybe I'm a brand, whatever. But that's fine. But sometimes I like the fact of I can get this and probably spray this a little bit just to carry me over throughout the day so that I don't have to waste a full bottle of this. This is more of a carryover fragrance. Like when this one starts to turn into a skin scent, hey, just take you a little, decant of this with you. You can fill it up as many times as you want because you don't care how much of this you spray. And when this becomes a skin scent, go into the bathroom, throw this on, walk back out there, you refresh, smell like money. But anyway, let's talk about scent. Okay. Well, actually, you know what? Before we go about scent, let's just talk about this bottle. I mean, were they trying to hide it at all? Don't think so. Now, obviously, it's a faux cap. Um, it's got like the little plastic, which makes it look like it's the top of the bottle. Yeah, not the best. Obviously, and the magnet's not strong. I would not recommend trying to pick this up by the magnet. You can, and it's going to drop out, which is fine. Because I don't grab them by the caps anyway. I have accidentally on this, and it is fallen. But anyway, let's get to it. Bottle presentation. Obviously, they tried. They semi-succeeded, which is fine. But scent profile wise, we're going to go ahead and put this really quick right here. And we're going to put this right here. There we go. All right. All right. So right off the bat, as you would expect, Louis Vuitton is way smoother off the jump. Jean Lowe is going to have a little bit of that alcohol punch at first, and now it's drying down, in which I get a little bit heavier of like a citrus and almost like a grapefruit or a bergamot type. And I'm not sure if that's in there really on that. And Louis Vuitton, I don't get that. I get immediately it goes into the fig and the apricot. And a lot of people forget about the dates that are in this. Don't sleep on the dates. Do you feel me? Because they are amazing and they bring that along with the fig. The fig brings that earthiness, that greenness to it, which I personally think makes this fragrance amazing. This Jean Lowe, it really stays more on the citrus, apricot-y, mojito without a lot of the mint. I don't get all the mint that is in Pacific Chill, but what I do get is I do get the apricot. I do get the apricot. I get citrus, maybe a slight fig in it, but it really stays very linear the entire time as that top citrus apricot scent with a little bit of fig, which granted is one of the top parts of Pacific Chill. And that's one of the things that drew me to it was that exact scent profile. So it does lean relatively close. I would say this is about an 80, 85, 89% at the best interpretation. And maybe they weren't going for the exact thing. Maybe they were, but in my opinion, it is just enough that I can fill up a decant and throw that thing in my pocket or throw a couple in my car. And, that's the reason why I buy a lot of twists or certain clones, is because I do have the originals to a lot of them, but I don't want to spray that multiple times a day. They're not cheap. So if I'm going to spray it in the middle of the day, I'll just fill up a couple of the clones, which are relatively close, and they have to be relatively close in order for me to do this. And I would throw them in a decant, spray them in a decant or fill a decant of them and have them in my car. I'll put a little piece of tape on there with a label. And whenever I'm driving or I'm wearing that fragrance, when that fragrance dies out and I'm still out and about, I have a refresher just sitting there. I'm not worried about the heat in the car making it go bad. Nothing along them lines. But when it comes to these two scents, if you're wanting to save your money, Jean Lowe Vibe is not a bad option. Yes, it's probably about a 4-hour fragrance on me. That's perfectly fine. Like I said, that's not the reason why I bought it. I didn't buy it to wear it and have beast mode performance all day. It was literally just a carryover for one of my favorites, and that is perfectly fine. But if you really want the best of the best out of that type of scent, then you need to save your money and go for Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill. If you save your money and pick this up, like I said, save enough, pick this up as well, fill a decant, it's going to last you even longer. I've had this bottle now almost a year, and I'm not halfway through. But that's just me, and those are just my 2 cents, because this is Bub's 2 cents. Hey, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I much appreciate it. Peace.